say. And especially when you have an opponent with the synergy like Gen.G, Ballistics, Tempest, even Miracle, who can just trap down Reynor just to delete him. I don't think he's the best pick to be worth to be banned all the time.
Right, so you see Hero...
Illidan banned?
Okay, this is like that variant ban we saw a while back. Maybe it's been doing well in scrims, but okay. I don't want to call it a throwaway ban just yet, but, you know, we don't see a lot of Illidan. I was watching EU, and it's just all Zeratul all the time. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe that's, you know, your flavor over there, but...
Cho'Gao. This makes sense. Miracle did play Cho'Gao on this map. I think they do respawn.
Okay.
The manner in Hero League in Korea, the unofficial rule is if one bans Cho, the other one bans Gao. If one bans Gao, the other one bans Cho. Let's see if Miracle bans the other guy. I think Gao was the one that was banned, right?
Yeah.
So Miracle has to ban Cho with the unofficial rule. So they're not gonna keep that rule.
Oh, so BM! They're saying this is HGC Korea. But oh, now does Gen.G follow up with double manner? Okay, maybe having a little bit of fun here. I don't know how many Cho'Gao bans. It does make sense against Miracle specifically. But I think even Miracle might say that
Still a Genji?
it's a little bit of a niche pick. And yeah,
Yes.
there's the Gen.G ban.
Because Phoenix was already banned from Miracle's side. I think that's a smart ban. Leaving Reynor there. And of course,
First pick, Malfurion? Never before seen, G-Clef. There's a first time for everyone. Just trolling at this point, but let's see what Gen.G want to do. Maybe their first pick will be Cho, and we'll just see the single-headed giant ogre. This is what happens when you don't have a teammate to play with, but you still want to play Cho'Gao. You just ban the other head, and then okay, we're not gonna. A little bit disappointed.
Junkrat again. I was getting the feeling of maybe this time Gen.G is going to swing into Hanzo, but seems like they're keeping that Junkrat for now. Against the sustain, you do want to have the Riptire just bursting through that amount of healing. But Malfurion has a sustain, but there's a chance that Miracle can go Wombo.
Yeah, that would be a big way to do it. Oh, there we go, the Diablo coming through.
Yes.
Caught a little bit off guard by that face mask he's wearing, but once Scooby-Doo and the gang pull it off, we'll see it's Diablo underneath. So, Lord of Destruction is here along with Hanzo, the picks from Miracle. Now we're going to head into our second ban phase. See what this looks like. A Maiev ban. Nothing surprising, Gen.G.
Because they already have lots of combo potential with the after 10. With Twilight Dream, APOC, maybe even VP with Zeratul later on. So cutting one of the options down with the Warden's Cage from Maiev. Have a lot of those. So Reynor does get banned. Still was a possibility. I think a higher chance for Sergeant Hammer actually for Gen.G. In this type of map, Reynor is okay, but there's already a lot of threat with the Diablo and Malfurion already, so I thought it was going to be Sergeant Hammer more likely, but we'll see.
Is that another StarCraft hero? Okay, well, here we go. We're going to see the next couple of picks. There's the Snookov steal away. I mean, still the opportunity for like an Alex. But, I mean, they've already picked Malfurion, so you can't even do that. I actually might have even liked Alex over Malfurion here.
Alexstrasza is not a bad choice, of course, but I think what they want to have is provide that burst.
Right.
So make sure there's no extra heals, and this is what we had in phase one. Combo with Sonya, Medivh, Diablo. You do have Malfurion. That's going to be the Wombo, and that's another reason why they brought Stukov just in case. Okay, fifth pick. We're looking for a support. Usually a Kerosene, but not in this case. Oh, we do already have Stukov already. We had the camera on socket, so I forgot for a second. Another source of DPS.
That's a great name.
I think we're looking for a Curse Bullet here against Diablo, because we can't just have pokes all over. Try to bring Diablo that with just the damage from Junkrat with the Riptire. So maybe go for the throat, but Curse Bullet will certainly help a lot bringing that Diablo down once he dives in.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be a much different game than I expected to see, but this might be the last one in this series. Gen.G certainly are out for blood after losing that first game. Asmodee didn't work out, but everything else has gone Gen.G's way. And I mean, this is a team that is almost guaranteed to make it out in first place, especially with a win here and a win tomorrow. We could just see a flawless performance from them.
Yeah, I do like this type of draft from Miracle a lot. It is out. Some people will say it is outdated. It is pretty old. There has been lots of solutions, and it could just be the silence from Stukov to break everything apart. But we are way too zoomed in for no reason. I don't know why to the skins. It's kind of disgusting for a second. But the reason why we had the Illidan ban was, I think, was a hint from Avatar. Maybe Gen.G was considering that Avatar Illidan. I think it's one of the bans that comes out not from a competitive data, but from their scrims, I think.
Yeah, it could definitely be it. I mean, that's what we saw from the variant ban. We thought was kind of weird. Not anything, I guess, to talk about anymore, because we are into what could be our final game on Infernal Shrine. So, I mean, maybe this is home field advantage for Judy and his Diablo. Either way, definitely something to keep an eye on, right? His Anubarak has looked super, super good, but only when there is that saving potential. This time it is Malfurion to be helping out, but for Miracle, like you said, G-Clef, it might be just all about that wombo combo.
Yes, and they do have an escape with the portal this time, so Judy diving in alone will not be punished as much, but that does require perfect protection from Sniper all the time. There we go, we're getting one now, and that has to continue. Unless that happens, there's a good chance that Judy will still go down, because he has been very super aggressive with Anubarak in Game 3. And he can't do that anymore. Even with the portal, he has to line up everything, just understand the cooldown of all the skills.
I'm almost worried that because it does take such careful focus on you know, when that portal is up, when it's not, if a mistake gets made around a crucial moment, maybe a big objective like a fort or I guess a shrine, then if a mistake is made there, that could just really hamstring. Am I good now?
All good. Perfectly done.
Sweet.
Because Sonya still against Blaze, not too bad. Sonya usually would sustain a little bit better. But not against a Dehaka, so she's awfully having a good time. We do see a sneaky rotation from Gen.G. As they kind of see that Sonya is missing from lane, they do know that camp timing is happening for Miracle. So they do want to push, but Diablo does come, but it is 4v3.
It is Judy. He has never hesitated to go in. He's been just engaging all the time, but I'm glad that he chose to back out. He didn't have Blue Beetle there with him. Malfurion was still in the mid lane. So Judy, we've seen great games from him. From the rest of Miracle, the synergies look pretty good, but I really want to see if that holds up here as we get ready for our first shrine.
Because Gen.G was pushing way too much, if they had the camp captured there, they were also going to clean up for the first shrine here. So that's why they're keeping that up and perfectly timing the shrine active now. Well, now.
All right, there we go. Miracle on point here to take a little bit of focus. Not going to matter. Judy up in the front along with Nacho Jin, zoning out, trying to control even counts so far. And here goes Judy, looking to go in. No follow-up just yet.
As a protection.
There's a portal. Gets Judy out, all right.
Kind of like the entangling route right below the portal. It will be that silence oftentimes from Sake. Focusing on to Sonya 4 now. Judy dives in along, getting no ridge. They're doing no damage. They're diving in separately, and the teamwork is not happening. They do not have their 10 yet. So they're just focusing in, trying to get their numbers about even 31 to 31.
Oh, there's a nice protection. Nacho.Gen, though, might be a little bit vulnerable after this, and he is going to go down. The tragedy of Nacho.Gen continues, and he will be the first casualty for Miracle.
Sniper picked Judy instead of Nacho.Gen, maybe, and Gen.G didn't really switch focusing. They were focusing on Nacho.Gen. So I think there could have been a save if Sniper had his focus right on Sonya instead of Diablo.
I mean, it is a frozen Punisher, so it's not like they got Arcane right off the bat. This is, I mean, maybe not the most difficult one to deal with, but still is going to be enough to at least put a ton of pressure down here on this fort.
That will continue. Pre-10, Gen.G wants to snowball as much. Because even if you're a level ahead, 2 levels ahead, against the big Wombo, if they catch 2 or 3, you can't really bring them back too well. Those Wombo combos are very strong. Medivh, you can't really ignore the damage from the explosion either.
Blue Beetle out of mana, heading back, and now that gives a lot of pressure, a lot of attention to this bottom lane. Gen.G, they weren't able to take this fort. They did break the wall off of that first objective, and where will we see their focus go next? Nacho.Gen again! And he get melted out of there. Greymane with the kill, and what's going on there?
Didn't catch the rotation perfectly. He wasn't too out of there, but just to be safe, because there was ETC early game and also Blaze. Even as a Sonya, you can't really sustain that much burst. And you can't forget that there's a Greymane now for Gen.G. And even pre-10, there will be that burst along with MCC. So the Sonya meltdown, without Medivh, basically all the members except for Diablo for Miracle will get torn down in a second.
I mean, that's what I'm kind of worried about here at G-Clef, is that if the coordination looks good for Miracle, but if it's not on point here, they're just going to get torn apart. I mean, Gen.G are already taking these objective leads, healing camps off away from Miracle's side of the map, and winning these objectives. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I hope that it's a little bit more balanced than what Gen.G have shown. Now, Kyocha is dropping a little bit low, but the bigger focus is on Nacho.Gen. Perfect protection comes through, and he's going to spin a win back away here. Kyocha and Reset actually dropping down below half health here, so this could be a big win in the making for Miracle.
Just actually wants to sacrifice himself and buy some time for the team to escape safely. As Rich already had parts back, tried to 1v1 and Sonya in the mid lane there, kind of off screen. Didn't really work out for him as the Poison Spear landed on his face. So Tusk just kind of had to sacrifice. Great poking from Miracle. They actually had the portal expire before their time to actually dive in along with Judy. They have nice control and good angle for Hanzo to bounce all that scatter. That's where most of the damage came from.
The first, double quotes win for Miracle. They do find a nice pick there, but it's coming up to Shrine time, and so of course objectives always on top of Gen.G's mind. They've won the first one. Let's see which Punisher is this? I don't know yet.
The Mortal Punisher. At least I think it is. Yes.
Yes, it is.
You have the Mosh Pit locked in, as will be lots of CCs against him, but he's looking for a big one. And it is not a wombo combo, actually, Lightning Grasp. Just the lane line. Not going to be the pair with the Epoch and the Twilight Dream. It's already hot here. So
that's true.
There's already warm there.
A Blaze here as well. Judy doing a good job. There's actually protect used onto him in the front line. Doing a good job zoning, but I want to wait until Tisk actually goes in for this middle. Riptide
was a waste, so Miracle actually has a good chance of diving in. Dives in, gets the Power Slide out with the portal. Now, just in mind, there's a Force of Will protecting him. They're higher in number as well, so all they have to do is poke and make sure they sustain well enough. They do have Sonya. There's a ley line catching Stu Kov. May have to lock it down. There's a saddest Mosh Pit by this alone. A zoning one for sure.
Yeah, now Tisk is going to get zoned back to the fountain for 30 seconds. That's a big win for Miracle. They will get this Punisher. It is Mortar, and it is coming through to a fort near you. A little bit too near. Gen.G, for their comfort, they lose Tisk again. They're going to lose their fort because of it.
think Tis felt that I'm going to die here anyhow, so might as well dance with it. That was a painful moment because we saw the number difference was close to 11 and 10 at times. Miracle, they had their focus at times. Judy was always harassing. And Portals actually helped him escape so many times. Even got the power slide out from Tis many times because of that. The sustain in this case with Tranquility is actually pretty good. There's an arrow from Hanzo.
Oh, no way! Dude, Frankel, my man! Some sick picks and just a lot of high damage Hanzo being played here. I gotta say, you know, we aren't seeing Rainer, but there's still a lot of very high damage range assassination going off. Oh, Sonya, 6 save there. Medivh coming in clutch there. Nacho Jin alive. Tis maybe not for much longer.
And Leyline.
Oh, it looks so good. G-Clef. This is amazing to watch. Miracle are
really
just piling in.
That's about it though. Gen.G looking for a kill there. Was basically looking for some unicorns in the map, which is not available. As they were lacking damage, it was only a Blaze ETC with Sukov. And it was Medivh right next to him, so even a low HP, which you think you can get the kill from, was not the right one. I thought maybe he has pinball at 7 for a second. It is not even pinball for ETC. They did make some pressure there, lost some time, got the ley line out, so I guess it's nothing too bad happened for Gen.G either.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty long cooldown, so they won't have to worry about it for a little while. But man, G-Clef, where has this Miracle been before? I have not seen this potential. I mean, this is a team that, you know, they're solidly middle of the pack. They win some, they lose some, but they are going toe-to-toe against Gen.G here. Their team fight coordination looks great. Specifically Blue Beetle, just like right there, always in time to save Judy, and Miracle just looked like a changed team.
Could see some differences from Gen.G as well. Rich making some macro mistakes as getting caught, and Riptire not really catching too many. But he did pick up some numbers in the defenders, but that was about it.
Well, let's take a look at maybe the bigger picture. Gen.G controlling the bottom side of the map. I don't think that's a real big priority for Miracle. Sonya all the way up on the top side. Just soak there for a little bit, balance out the wave, and then move back down to that camp to take it out.
Eddie, as Judy is able to maintain all the damage from Gen.G output, with Force of Will, of course, helping at the portal. Sniper's doing a great job on them, but we don't really get to see exactly how much output that he does. I'm pretty sure he's landing all the skills because it can't just be the output from Hanzo range. So I saw Nitrogen on top, and there was a lot more poke than just Hanzo scatter and the Q. Getting closer to getting a kill, and Gen.G has been suffering because of all that. Oh, Power Slide does catch Greco before he goes over the wall.
It's weird that I thought Tis was going to be in trouble there because he's been the one getting caught out, but this time, once again, it is Judy. Oh, Judy, poor Judy.
Sniper does come.
Taking a lot of damage there. Does get taken out in the end. He can't stay protected forever. Bugger does come down there. Sniper very low. He gets busted by Reset.
That was pre-play, pre-set up mosh from Tis, making sure that Medivh cannot open that portal for Judy, which means he's going down for sure.
And even Rich, he's going to bounce himself through the fort onto Blue Beetle because this is just a complete wipeout. Not complete, as we did have Hanzo and Malfurion survive. But in the end, that was a big fight for Gen.G. And most likely, they will be able to get this shine because of it.
That's all they have to do. ETC focuses on Medivh, make sure he dances with him. And there's no protection, no portal for an escape. And he was looking for that for such a long time. Got the Force of Will only, not the portal that was supposed to follow up, but the Mosh Pit to cancel all the protection there.
Arcane Punisher in the hands of Gen.G, as they will also get the bonus, stealing away a camp there for just a second. And it's going to be a huge push down on the bottom half of the map. I don't know if this is just a guaranteed keep or if Gen.G are going to run into some troubles, but it certainly is going to be very difficult for Miracle to hang on.
still do have Sonya, so it seems like it's going to be a keep. Very likely we have Sonya coming around. Okay, not towards the back. Still having Riptire. Buying some time. That's about it. Just trying to pressure towards the back line. Wave clear pretty good with that Riptire. Punisher still pretty strong and healthy. Judy flips over Tusk only. Taking some damage. Is silenced by Stukov though. Gets stunned. Still pretty strong in there. Rich actually dives in alone. Try to look for a snipe or the pokes. That's going to be keep down. And Nitrogen gets solo but protected again. Nitrogen gets saved by the concussion mine. It's actually Greymane not finding the kill there.
Double ley line also going to land there on the Kyocha and Sake. Kyocha dropping a little bit low. No hit on the poison spear, so Nitrogen not able to engage. They kind of spin around frantically. And there's the bunker being dropped on the exit. Stukov dead. Kyocha soon to follow. And a couple of big pickups here for Miracle as they do defend their base, but unfortunately not their keep.
A great chase, great understanding when they were going to back out. Ley line to delay. Having on the kills, there was a mistake, of course. Reset dove in when there was a force of will, so he couldn't really catch the kill. Of course, he was going for that kill.
That's what we call the delay line.
Delay line?
Yes.
Not a bad one.
All right, I'll take what I can get here. I'm going to make up for calling Towers of Doom too late now. Either way, it's a big push here for Miracle. This is the consolation prize, right? They get a couple of picks, they get a little bit of XP that way. So they're looking to snowball that to kind of a desperation objective. And they can't overstay their welcome here because if they do get picked off here, disaster ensues. That just might be what's in store. Tisk going forward, not going to hit a whole lot of CC. That Riptire also not doing a whole lot, but saving that fort. One less objective for Miracle.
They couldn't stay there for too long because Medi was missing the entire time. Getting worried if there was a big rotation coming down from Gen.G. And Junkrat actually... Okay, he is semi-global. Because I remember him being on the mid lane about 6 seconds ago. With that 13th talent, he can just go through the air all the way, just like that. Such a low cooldown.
Absolutely. So, you know, we're not quite resetting. There's still those catapults on the bottom side. Whatever you want to call them as they push forward. What is the actual name?
Repair? For 13 talent? Or
No. I mean, I just call them catapults because that's what comes through.
Yeah, catapults.
Are they though? They shoot
Ooh, gets caught by Judy.
That's a blow
That was a weird interaction there, but he was actually in the air getting grabbed by Judy and he missed his...
I'm so confused right now.
I guess the charge hit the wall in the air there, and he was stunned for the moment.
Live by the bomb, die by the bomb. I mean, I guess you're only a good Junkrat player if you randomly, spontaneously combust for no reason.
Diablo OP confirmed here. Oh, Rich died there twice. That's his Marcus name on his graveyard there.
I don't know what happened there. Maybe we'll get a cheeky replay of that in the end. Either way, you know, tied up on XP. That's the big deal here is another fort goes down. So, you know, for Miracle, they've managed to come back and are going to hit 20 at about the same time as Gen.G. That's going to be a big win for them because they have previously had been struggling, and if Nacho didn't clear out that shrine, I mean, I'm guessing that Gen.G are going to come down to contest here in a second, but that's just what Sonya's do best.
It is not the bottom one, so it is not the worst case scenario for Gen.G even if they give up on this one. It seems like Rich is coming around slowly, and okay, they have given up this.
Wow.
Instead, because they want to main control on the other lanes instead.
So Miracle have camps, they have objectives. This shrine is going to go their way with a Mortar Punisher, and they're going to defend their you know, other keeps and forts and even push out the lane where they don't have a keep. So, I mean, I just listed a whole lot of things that are going in Miracle's favor, and they are about to hit 20 right on time with Gen.G.
One lane line can actually decide the winner. Miracle could swing it back with 2-2. You have the Punisher, let's go. The wall is open. Portal, Judy dives in, Kyocha. Understanding it gets the jet propulsion down, but Judy soaking in damage. And look at his health bar, he's crazy with all that souls.
He definitely is. It is gigantic up there in the front line, and look at that. Speaking of lines, the ley line coming out there as well. Punisher still alive and punishing Gen.G a lot with a death for Greymane. This could be Miracle just going for the core.
And it is. They do have Sonya. They have massive siege damage. They're looking for some more poke test, also a little bit too low. As Nitrogen tries to poke out Rich. Rich is doing what he can with the pokes. Core also doing damage. Punisher actually gets drawn out a little bit. He's down now. So they have to get all members in.
No, Sake! What?
Stukov melts right in there. Mosh Pit to lock down the damage from backline, but Nitrogen is so strong. He is a Sonya. Judy even doing so much damage. Core is taking hit now, 70%. Nitrogen still alive, 5v3 at the moment. He can't come in, and Franco takes down the kill. Kilch is gonna be the one left.
They're gonna do it!
Goes down!
Gen.G Miracle!
2 games!
A miracle, quite literally. What is happening in my HGC?